Star-nosed mole. This blind mouse, which looks like an alien inhabiting the earth at first glance, has a very strange face. The nose of this animal has 22 fleshy tentacles that use their sense of touch to find new prey more than they are tools of smell. This animal has a vivacious life and is always on the move and hunting. This animal is lightning fast when hunting and is probably the fastest hunter in nature. This mouse can smell its prey by sending air bubbles into the water and smelling them when they return. The fleshy tentacles of the rat's nose are full of microscopic touch sensors. This mouse has small eyes and poor vision, and touching the surroundings in the dark tunnels is the best option for him. Other relatives of this blind mouse also have touch sensors, with the difference that the number of their sensors is 5 times less than the tactile sensors in the body of the star-nosed mole. Silent hunter. Barn owl. Not only can this predator hunt a mouse in total darkness, but it dives and grabs it in complete silence. Flying silently allows the barn owl to listen to its prey, get up close and track its prey's every move. A barn owl will begin to fly when it finds its prey. Its wide fins are perfect for soaring, and the owl doesn't need to move them constantly. The edges of the feathers are slightly curved to minimize flapping noise. The barn owl's face is similar to a heart, and that's why its face can reflect sounds. Amplifying surrounding sounds make the owl able to hear even the smallest sounds. On each side of the face is an ear, one of which is slightly higher than the other. In this way, the brain can more easily determine the distance and direction of hunting. The barn owl's eyes are so big that they cannot move. Instead, his head easily rotates on the flexible neck and almost 360 degrees so he can easily see behind and around him. The head of the barn owl can also turn to the right and left. The female barn owl often lays between 4 and 7 eggs. But only some of them can survive. About 5 weeks after hatching, the little chicks, which look like a ball of cotton, lose the initial downy feathers and begin to molt. The best dancer in the world. Honey bee. Worker honeybees are excellent dancers. If each bee reaches a rich source of nectar and flower juice, it will share its position with other group members with its rhythmic movements. The queen stays in the hive and lays eggs. But the responsibility of the worker bees is the task of supplying the energy and protein needed by the members of the hive through the nectar and pollen of the flowers. If a worker bee finds a valuable food source, it will not hide it from others. She returns to the hive to show her other sisters where they can find fresh nectar and sap with rhythmic movements. If this bee rotates around itself, it means that the distance of the hive from fresh flowers is small, and if it moves like an English number 8 placed horizontally, it shows that fresh sources are not very close to the hive. Worker bees have many tasks. They clean the hive, defend it against invaders, and look after the younger ones. These bees eat the nectar of plants and turn it into honey in their stomach. Collecting pollen and bringing it to the hive with the help of baskets built in the rear legs is also the responsibility of the worker bees. Worker bees make honeycombs with the help of their wax glands located under their abdomen. The queen lays her eggs in several tiny hexagonal houses, and the honey is stored in other homes. Honeycombs, placed at the bottom of the hive, have a thicker wall so they can bear more weight. The beehive's honey reserve can supply the colony's food needs when nectar and pollen are scarce. Worker bees have a stinger connected to a venom-producing gland, and they often use this defensive tool to take care of the hive. The sting of worker bees is serrated. If they sting an animal with relatively thick skin, the sting gets stuck in its skin, and when the bee flies, a part of the bee's stomach is also torn off with the sting, and the bee dies. The hive is home to thousands of bees. A new queen will be created if this house ever becomes more crowded than its capacity. The queen leaves the hive to have a new hive for herself. The maximum number of bees recorded in each hive is 80,000. This number of bees go to the flowers to feed on them once every 40 minutes. There are between 20 and 80,000 workers, 25,000 and 30,000 larvae and pupae, 300 and 800 male bees, and a queen in each colony.